intercooler pipes. You want to make your own at home and you can't because you haven't got that stupid tool that makes a little beveled edge? Well, in today's video, I'm going to save you money and I'm going to give you the coolest tool ever. You just got to buy one very simple tool and modify it ever so slightly. Let's jump in and talk about it. All right, so I was doing the regular sitting on Instagram, sliding through reels, all that kind of stuff. And I seen this guy who is a fabricator making up intercooler pipes at home. And he showed the most awesome tool, which was a wire crimper that he'd modified so that he could crimp all the edge of the like aluminium around the end and gave you that beveled edge. And I was just like, that's genius. And it's just stuck in my head for so long. So I thought, all right, I've got to get this. I've got to make it because I need to make intercooler pipes for the E46. And I want to make them at home. I love making my own stuff. You guys know that. You're here for the channel. You know what I do. So I was like, all right, how do I do this? So unfortunately, in Australia, our wire crimpers, I'm a Sparky by trade. So I was like, I've seen them before. But in Australia, the crimp specifically that I need is actually below the hinge. So it's... When you see the actual crimpers in a minute, you'll understand what I mean. But you've got the hinge point, the handle's like down here, and normally it's between those on most of the tools that we get in Australia, most of the crimpers we get in Australia. So anyway, jumped on eBay or Amazon? Nah, eBay. One of the two. I'll have the link below because you need to buy this, right? It was like 15 bucks or 20 bucks or something. It was nothing, right? And you need it the other end of the hinge essentially, right? Because what you're going to do, you're going to cut the top off, you're going to like grind away one of the teeth ever so slightly, and then you can literally just put the crimper on the alley, crimp it, done, and you just go next to it. Now it does take a little bit of time to do it, maybe like 5 minutes to do one end. And I know that the machine that you put it in, you just turn the handle and all that, way easier, but it's hundreds of dollars. And how often are you making intercooler pipes, right? This means you can make it whenever you want, if you do have to do it multiple times. And if not, it's so cheap that it's worth buying and doing just the once. So I'm gonna go to the other side of the desk and I'm gonna show you exactly the crimper and the cuts we need to make. I'll go outside, we'll cut it, and I'll show you how it works. All right, let's do it. All right, so this is the pair of crimpers that you want, okay? Link is in the description for like an eBay set. I just got a cheap set because you are going to cut these up, right? Now, for the cuts, I'm hoping that you guys can see those lines there. But essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to cut there. And then also, this little tab here, we need to cut. There you go. You can kind of see them there. So what you want to do is take the top off. And then you need that little tab to be in line with that tab. Because what you're going to do is, as you crimp it, you're going to be crimping there, right? And then it's just going to push that little knob there into the alley and push it out, making the little like bevel, okay? So let's do a little couple of cuts there. Obviously clean them up afterwards, paint it, whatever you want to do, make it look nice. This is the before and let's see the after. All right, and after our little cut, that is what we've ended up with. So you see how the face on the right side is even? So as you crimp it in, it'll just push that kind of nub into the alley. So if you come over here, I've given it a little go right there. So that's what you end up with. Now, I'm going to file off the corners. As you can see, they've got kind of a little bit of sharp marks in there. This is obviously just a test to show you guys exactly what this tool does. It's that easy. Like, oh man, this guy's idea was absolutely genius. So thank you, random dude on, I don't know, Instagram Reels or whatever it was. This is sick. So obviously you can do that all the way around, and then you've got your bevel or whatever you want to call it. Oh man, it's so good. I'm actually so wrapped. Now I can do all my intercooler pipes myself. I need one that comes out the back of the intercooler. So the back of the intercooler is like that. I'm going to have an elbow on that. So I need a 90 up to this surface, which I definitely will need a cut and do this too at the bottom and the top. And then a piece that's going to come up into the intake. And then the same on this side, but instead of the elbow going outwards, obviously I've got my aircon there, it's going to come kind of like probably more up on that angle. So I have actually got a shallower than 90, I think it's like a 75. So it'll kind of shoot up there, and then a little elbow. So that's it. That is like, that's all you got to do. Buy the crimper, cut the top off, shave that one tooth down a little bit so it's nice and even with obviously the middle of the V, you know what I mean? You would have seen what I meant. And that's it. You've got your own crimper. Now, it's not going to work on stainless. Well, I mean, it might work on stainless, but I doubt it. Like, that's going to be a lot harder. That's Ali. You can just crimp all the way around. Now, remember, I'm thinking about it. You don't have to crimp all the way around. If you crimp like in 3 or 4 spots, the hose clamp can't pop over. But the hose clamp's going to be held, obviously, perfectly around the pipe. So you don't have to sit there for 5 minutes going all the way around. I'm going to, because it looks like you've done it perfectly and professionally. You don't have to. You can just do like 4 of them, and then the hose clamp's not going to pop off and you're all good. Okay? So I hope that's helped a lot of you out. It helped me out. Thank you, random guy on the internet that showed me that awesome tool. You've helped me and all of my subscribers out, and all of you that aren't subscribed that are gonna subscribe because you're legends and you want to help your boy out. You want to help this channel grow. You want an Aussie YouTuber to get some cool cars through AdSense, essentially. So please like, please subscribe, please comment. Let me know what you think. Did this help you? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you hate it? Whatever it may be, tell me down below. Links are down below for the crimper, and well, that's actually all you need. It's just a crimper, and then you just cut it with a grinder. Like, easy. Thanks for coming along. I'll see you all in the next one. See you guys.